Shalom, and welcome back to Bnei Noach Academy. Thoughts on life. Please remember to hit the like button, to subscribe, and most importantly, to share this insight and inspiration with friends and family. So very soon, we're coming up to what I guess most of the Western world will call New Year's, right? New Year's. Great celebrations, New Year's Eve, everybody's excited. And as it comes closer to the countdown to 12 o'clock at night, midnight, and the year changes from 2023 to 2024. Of course, the question is, if we follow the Torah, this is not New Year's, and it's not 2023 going into 2024. We know when New Year's is. New Year's is the first of the Hebrew month of Tishrei, otherwise known as Rosh Hashanah, the beginning of the year, the new year. And that's when we commemorate the anniversary of the creation of man, the sixth day of creation, which happened 5,784 years ago. So the question is it okay, is it acceptable to, quote, celebrate New Year's or not? Well, there's a verse in the chapter 87 in the book of Psalms, verse 6, it says, Hashem yispor bichtov amim. Literally, the translation is not as the contextual translation. The contextual translation basically reads that God will inscribe in the register of people. However, if you literally translate the words, translate the words literally, the way it reads is Hashem yispor, God will count Bichtov Amim as the nation's right. So we see that even though, according to the Torah, which is the reality, the true reality, not only because it's the Torah, but because you have the actual realistic dates, timeline, chronicle, so to speak, narrative, correct narrative, as it happened, because this is written by the one who made it all happen, by God himself. It was dictated by him. Therefore, there is no better source, no better resource of knowing the correct times and dates. However, God still, as it says here, this is part of the Tanakh, this is in the scriptures, this is in the book of Psalms, God does consider the counting of the nations. In other words, it's not an affront to quote his count. It's not a contradiction to the truth. You see, there are certain things that if you do them, by virtue of the symbol of what they represent, it's an outright contradiction and therefore an affront to God's honor, to the rules of the Torah, to the true principles, or the principles of truth. However, this is not. This is okay. In other words, this is like an arbitrary thing. Although you could make the argument that the year 2023 or 2024, I don't even want to say it, I don't want to utter it from my lips, is, to the birth of such and such, or whatever it is, whatever they call him. That still isn't a great problem, because we are not attributing any importance to that, rather just saying that this is the count that everybody goes by. This is a universal count that everybody goes by. So it shouldn't be a problem. So in short, is it okay to recognize it as January 1st, as the New Year's, or even to wish those who do overtly celebrate this as a New Year's, to wish them Happy New Year's? There shouldn't be any problem, as far as I understand, based on these sources that I just presented to you. Other quote-unquote holidays, yes, there are overt problems with, because they are inherently religious, and by nature of what they are, they actually contradict that which we believe in, that which the Torah believes in. But this, in short, should not be a problem, because this is just something arbitrary. This is just saying, hey, the world calls this month January, and January 1st they call it New Year's. It's the start of a new year. It's a fiscal year. It's a working year, whatever you want to call it. But it's almost like just an operational, a gesturous type of number. But it doesn't really mean anything, and therefore it's not an affront to anything.